Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back with Skytear Horde again because they sent me a review copy of the campaign expansion, which is the third one, I think also a standalone, and maybe the last expansion, question mark? And it adds a bunch of new player decks you can use for deck construction or just use as precons, a bunch of new enemy hordes to go against, and new bosses. But the biggest addition is a campaign mode where you play through 4 scenarios in a row while upgrading your deck and while damage from your castle sticks around. And that's what I'm going to play through today. We'll see how far I get. I don't think I'll survive through all 4 scenarios, but maybe. And I'm just going to kind of jump in and explain things as I go. If you want a more detailed kind of slow motion breakdown of the main mechanics of Skytear Horde, I'd watch any of our previous videos. Here I'm just going to kind of get going, and I'll still explain things as I go, but I won't go into as much detail. So they have 4 difficulty levels of campaigns, each of which uses 3 of the hordes. 1 from the original Year 1 stuff, 1 from the Monoliths expansion, 1 from the new expansion. But I think you could easily just like mix and match from things you own if you don't have all of the sets. And you pick your difficulty level. For this one, I chose white, which is a level 3. It's like all the white cards plus a few black cards, like kind of the special boss characters. Because the game has been kind of, just to be totally honest, kicking my butt. My last 2 campaign attempts ended in abysmal failure. Well, not abysmal. I got to, I got to stage 3 in my last attempt. But I did actually go back to the easiest campaign decks. The Sky Booter, like Sky Pirates, and the Monoliths and the Renegades. But at level 3 difficulty, because the game gives you a lot of, tools to mess with the difficulty in the game. Then I also create a deck of 6 scenario cards. You can use whichever ones you want, but they sort of suggest that you take, there's 2 per faction. So 2 from Renegade, 2 from Skybooter, and 2 from Monolith, and I shuffle these up. Each of these has a little scenario thing on one side, and a mini boss, like not a full outsider, but a mini boss on the back. So we'll see how that all works in a second. We also pick 1 outsider to be the final boss in the 4th game, if you make it that far. Here I chose to use the main boss for the Skybooter faction, since that's a new one, and you might want to see something new. And I'm also taking, they have all new portals for campaigns. They rebalanced the portals a bit. They also had new portals in Monoliths, I think. So they just keep on messing with it a little bit. But for this one, I'm taking, they have now, there's a new thing, stage 1 portals for each faction. So there's like a unique one to Monoliths, unique to Skybooter, Renegade, and this is kind of a generic one. And if you got the expansion for the campaign set, which they sent me, they also included portals for all the previous enemy factions, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm going to shuffle these up as well and use 1 in each game. And then for my deck, I take whatever deck I want. I went ahead and picked the new green one because I've been playing mainly with the new blue one and red one, so I wanted to try this out. But I take only the weakest kind of rarity cards, these like unshaded ones, plus the 2 heroes who are purple. And that's my starting deck, so it's quite a bit smaller than a regular deck, which is going to be a problem for pillaging and not losing the game automatically. And then I take all the other cards from my deck as a so-called market deck and shuffle those together. And I could even take like a whole bunch of decks and use them to create the market if I wanted to have kind of like a more limited format, like drafting situation. But here I'm just using the cards that I took out of the basic green deck for this expansion to use. I start with 10 gold. There's a gold tracker here, but they also have a token if you want to track it like during gameplay. I have to pick a castle. I use one of the 2 new green ones, which is the Tree of the Dead. It only has 15 life, which usually castles have 20 life, but it's got 1 armor, which means it's going to prevent the first damage dealt to it each round. So it theoretically could end up having more than 20 life in the wash. We'll see. And its power is to exhaust and not spend mana. Usually these things cost mana, but I have to pillage 3 cards to destroy my own deck to bait a monster. Baiting is a new keyword, and it's kind of the core thing the green deck is all about, so you'll see that in a second. And then, like I already said, I mixed together all of the chosen difficulty level monsters for the 3 hordes, and we're good to go into our first game. So I'm going to start by taking a random scenario from the ones I have, Look Back in Anger. They have flavor text, and actually in the campaign book, they have like more if you want to kind of dig into the story. I mean, the somewhat connected story, but what we really care about are these effects down here. Okay, so you're going to see some say minus and some, well, sometimes say plus. I've got the 10 gold that I started with, and I can resolve as many of these effects as I want to. So I could, for 3 gold, spend that to do a Sortie on Fire and place 1 damage in the leftmost monster lane. And in the campaign mode, whenever damage is placed in a lane, basically the first time something would go there, it gets the token automatically. So that would be like automatic damage to the first monster to spawn. Okay, then I've got wrong maps, cost 2, and the infinity symbol means that I can do that multiple times as long as I spend on it each time, whereas Story on Fire you can only do once. Place 1 temporary minus attack in the leftmost monster lane without it, then increase by 1 the cost of this action. Oh, okay, so I could do the first left lane for 2, the second left lane for 5, and so, well, 5 total, and so on. Ooh, never outgun for 4 is assault 3, which just means I would hit the portal for 3 damage. Oh, I should pick which portal I'm doing. So shuffle them up, and I got, the Skybooter portal. So they have different numbers, and these little numbers are something that's entirely new. What happens now in the game, there's a change from the monoliths and original rules, is that you both spawn horde cards. That's always the case. You draw cards from the enemy deck. But the lower number is how much you reinforce minions. So it used to be that like when you defeated the portal, it would often reinforce a bunch of minions. Now that's kind of spread out throughout the turns. But yeah, this one has 6 life. The portal does. I'm using this little portal health tracker here. So Never Outgun is actually super attractive. I can also, and this is the most important one, this is on every card, I can repair or recruit. So for 4, as many times as I want, I can remove 4 damage from the castle because an important thing is you're doing 4 scenarios in a row and your castle's health does not automatically regenerate. So you need to be taking care of it. Or I can recruit 2, which is how I'm going to upgrade my deck. So let's go ahead and do that first for 4 gold. Take me down to 6. To do the recruit 2 thing, because I can't heal my castle up beyond its max 15. By the way, this 31 we'll get to in a moment. We don't use that yet. And now what happens when you recruit 2 is I create 3 piles. That, and that, and that. And I get to buy all the cards combined from one of them. And again, these are the better cards that would normally be in the deck if I was just playing a standalone game. So let's see what we got. The Scale Drum costs 2. The attached ally gets +1 attack. And when they're killed, they automatically strike the portal or the engaged monster if they're still alive. It's pretty dang good. Okay, then the Weaver team costs 4. When I play, I bait a monster. I should say what baiting means because it's super important for this faction. What it means is you get to pick any monster. It could even be like one of the minions in the back line. And you can put it in any empty lane. So you can just kind of put it wherever you want. And then additionally, they get a -1 temporary attack token. So you're like moving them where you want and making them weaker. Pretty dang good. So these people, when you play them, you bait them. And then if you exhaust them, you can double the minus attack tokens on a monster within one lane. So if you baited them, you can get them to 2. Or if you have some other way to like weaken them, you can get them to -4. 5-2. It's pretty dang good. Okay, let's see our second option. The Fool is a 1 cost, 0 attack, and 2 life. But whenever they fight, they may bait a monster. And they also have Elusive 1, which means if they didn't get killed with a monster, they could like run away. I don't love him. Bushido of the Orchid. It was like a red guy hanging out with green. So cost 2, 0, 5, but Heroic X, where X is the number of monsters in play. What Heroic means is that as long as this person has at least 1 damage, they get the bonus to their attack, which here is equal to the number of monsters in play. It doesn't even say in the like front line, which means even minions hanging out in the back would help. Although you got to let him get hit once or find some other way to hurt him. Okay, then finally, another Scale Drum. We love that. The Cave God. He's a 3/0/3. Fight. The Cave God and each ally and monster within 1 lane gains 1. I'm gonna take these 2. So here's what happens when you recruit. The 2 you took go on the top of your deck. They will be the first thing you draw, although you could mulligan them if you wanted to. The rest of these are shuffled up and put on the bottom of the market deck, so I won't see those again until I've gone through everything else. All right, I've got 6 left. I'm actually going to do Never Outgun to Assault for 3. I'll explain why. In the first scenario, each scenario has a different way to like win. In the first scenario, you win at the end of the turn where you kill the first portal, which means just do 6 damage. And winning faster is better, as you'll see, because I'm going to be gaining gold and then losing it if I like let the battle go too long. So only having to do 3 damage, pretty dang good. Now, the second and third scenario are a bit more traditional in that I'll have to defeat the first stage of the portal to summon the outsider or the boss, and then defeat them to actually win. And same thing with the final scenario where I get a real outsider and not one of the mini bosses. But yeah, this first one, just kill the portal and you're good. All right, so that leaves me with 2 money, but I'm going to stop. I don't want to pay for wrong maps or Sortie on Fire. So now this 31 is added to my total. Yay! So I am up to 33 gold. 40 is your max. But here's why it's important to finish the battle quickly. Whenever I get pillaged, which is, when the minions are left at the end of the round and you didn't fight them, and they're discarding cards off the top of your deck, this is like kind of a core mechanic of the game, and you lose if your deck ever runs out of cards. Every time that happens, every time you get pillaged, you also lose an equal amount of gold. So if I got pillaged by 3 minions, I would go down to 33 gold. So basically, the better, faster, and more efficiently you win the scenario, the more of your gold you get to keep. Nice. Okay, and with that, we go into a regular game of Skytear Horde. So I'm going to get 5 cards, and I can mulligan as many as I want. So you saw the Weaver team and the Scale Drum. Let's see who else. We got 2 of these Web Door Towers. These are also kind of based on the bait mechanic. It says, after a non-epic monster enters Web Door's lane, discard Web Door, so they cause one to go away. But that monster gains -1 attack, and then takes 1 damage for each -1 attack on it. So you can kind of see the basic combo here. If you put a web door down and then bait somebody to where the web door is, the bait's already giving them a -1 attack. The web door gives them another -1 attack, and they're taking 2 automatic damage while also being super weakened. So web door plus Weaver team, pretty good little combo. And then I got the Death Archaeologists. When I play them, I bait a monster. And if a neighboring ally is destroyed, return it and all its attachments to your hand instead of discarding them. Pretty dang good. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to really work very hard to do much here. I think I'm just going to play the Weaver team way off to the side and finish off their gate immediately, right? That seems like a smart way to maintain my gold as much as possible. But yeah, I could mulligan as many as I want, redraw cards, and then shuffle these into my deck. But yeah, I just don't care very much, so I'm just going to keep that. And with that, we're ready to go. So let's walk through what a turn looks like if you haven't seen the game before. And this scenario should be done in 10 seconds. We'll get to the next one. First, we have the Horde phase. We gain mana equal to the amount shown on the current portal, which is +4. This is my mana. The 1 is for player 1 because this is 2-player. So I've got my 4 mana for the turn. Now I summon cards from the Horde deck. In this case, 2 of them. The big number on there. So the first card is Harpooners, is from the Skybooters. So when I play, this is a spell, so I play and then discard it. I reinforce 3 and exhaust the leftmost ally. Well, good thing there aren't any allies yet, but reinforce 3 means that I find the minion with the least health and add a health to it. Minions are kind of like these units that build up and then pillage a lot and, again, make you lose by taking away your cards, so you got to deal with them. But yeah, so that was 3. So 1, 2, and now all of them have 1. Because a change in the new rules to kind of, balance the extra minions coming from the portals is that you only start with 2 minions, 1, 2, on 2 of the cards in a solo game, and 4 minions in a 2-player game, whereas it used to be 4 and 8, if I remember right. All right, so that one goes there. Okay, and that's it. Again, there's no ally to exhaust. Second card is a Forest Yeti. So play the outside... Oh, shoot. Shoot. The outsider or the portal gains 4. Well, I guess my ability to one-shot the portal just went away because it's got 7 life now. All right. So that's it for Horde cards, and then there's 0 minions enforcing, so I don't have to add any of that. And then this rotates, so it's in the right spot for next turn. 0 Horde cards, 2 minions. Now we get into the Alliance phase, where I can play cards for their mana cost, and then I can also exhaust units to use their powers or just move them around. So here, I'm going to play the Weaver team and play them far away for all of my mana. When I play them, I get to bait a monster. In this case, I don't want to lose too much gold from the minions being around, so I'm going to bait the Yetnar minions, and they get a -1 attack. How minions work is they add up these little health tokens, which increases their health stat, and they also have the power that their attack is equal to their health. So right now these guys would be a 2/2, but now they're a 1/2 temporarily. And as long as they're out here attacking my castle, they are not pillaging my gold, so yay. Oh, wait a second, let's put them here instead, and then I'll use their power, exhaust, to double the minus attack on a monster within 1 lane. 1 lane is like that. So now they're not going to do any damage at all. Beautiful. All right, so after I've exhausted and played and done all the stuff I want to do, which actually could include using my Tree of the Dead. Does this pillage take my gold? Yeah, I just checked. And pillaging my deck also pillages my gold, no matter where it comes from. So I was going to use that to lure another one of the minions, but they're pillaging me less than luring them would do. So we'll just leave it. So that ends the Alliance phase. Now we go to what's called the Treachery phase. We draw the top card of the Horde deck, and we check the left or right, and whether it's got swords, which would add temporary attack power to one of the monsters that's out, or a lightning ball, which does something else. Gosh, friggin' darn it. The portal gains 2 temporary armor for this turn. Stop making your portal so hard to kill. But that's it. So we didn't boost any of these guys. And now we go to the fight phase where we're going to resolve each lane. If somebody is unopposed, they hit the castle if they're a monster, or the portal if they're an ally. If they're opposed, they attack each other. And they also resolve any fight abilities, but nobody's got any. Okay, so Forest Yeti attacks my castle for 2. It's got 1 armor each round. Actually, here, let's put that here. So I prevent 1 of it with the armor. Yetnar minions attack for 2, -2, 0, so they do nothing. And I attack for 5 on their castle, but 2 of it is blocked by the temporary armor, so they are down to 4. And that's it for our fighting. Okay, so now we go to the pillage phase. We've got 1 minion here, 1 minion here, and over on the left, the Onikai here. Minions that are in the front line, like the Yetnar, again, do not pillage. So that is 1, 2, 3 cards, trash total, which also means that I'm down to 30 gold. And then anybody with the pillager keyword, including the minions, goes back, so they will start pillaging me again. And we have the end phase where temporary tokens leave. My exhausted cards get readied so they can use powers again or move. And we go into another round. All right, so we get 4 mana again. We don't get any Horde cards. We just reinforce 2 more minions, which means now we're going to have 3 guys with 2 life. And the portal rotates, although we're going to win in a second, so it won't matter. All right, so I've got 4 mana. By the way, you don't draw any cards. Very important part of the game if you haven't seen it before. You don't draw any cards until you kill enemies. When you kill a monster or a minion, which is also a monster, what minions, like killing them means taking away, doing enough damage to take away all of their tokens, and they just kind of sit there waiting for new tokens to come. But yeah, whenever you kill something like that, you get a card, unless it's what's called a token minion, which are like these like kind of ongoing minions that some factions can summon. They don't have any. But yeah, no card draw. But yeah, I've got a great play here, I think. The Scale Drum. Remember, lets an attached ally gain +1 attack. And if they're destroyed, this strikes the portal or the engaged monster. Choose which. And the Death Archaeologist lets me bait a monster. So yes, here's how we're going to do this. We'll play the Death Archaeologist down here. And I get to bait somebody. Let's bait one of the 2 strength minions. There they go. And then I'm going to exhaust them to use one of the universal exhaust abilities that every ally has available to them. Exhaust an ally to engage a monster in the back line. So I'm going to have them grab another 2 strength minion, trying to get rid of all the ones that'll steal my gold. Okay, then the Weaver team is going to pull another group of 2 minions, the last one, and they're going to give themselves the Scale Drum, because that one says they get +1 attack, but when they're killed, they get to strike the portal or the engaged monster. So they'll kill the minions, die, and then kill the portal. Well, assuming they don't get another treachery card that boosts it, that would be funny. That was my last 2 mana, though. By the way, you can save mana between turns. I'm just not at the moment. All right, that's it. Let's see what the treachery card is. If nothing crazy happens, we should be fine. Okay, it's +1 attack to the Forest Yeti. That's fine. All right, so Forest Yeti attacks for 3, 1 armor, 2, 3 damage. Death Archaeologist does 1 damage to the Yetnar minions, but they do 2 to him, so he's not quite dead yet. The Onikai minions kill the Weaver team, but they kill them, which gets me a card. Card draw is optional, by the way, because you could deck yourself out. Got unexpected. Well, it's not going to matter. We're about to win. Because since the Onikai minions killed the Weaver team, they get to strike the portal or the engaged monster. Choose which. I'm going to strike the portal for 6. Yay! So at the end of the turn, we do have to survive. We will win the scenario. And then finally, the Radamil minions are doing 1 damage because of a thing, and my armor's already used. We're down to 11 out of original 15. Well, there's only a single enemy left to pillage, which means I'm going to go into the next scenario with 29 gold, which is a heck of a lot. That's kind of crazy, actually. Should be able to get a ton of good cards added to my deck. All right, so that is it. I've killed the portal, and at least in this scenario, that's all she wrote. So I get rid of this stage 1 portal. I don't use that again. I get rid of the scenario I did. I don't use that. And basically everything resets and everything gets shuffled except for the 11 life of my castle and for whatever gold I maintained. All right, so what scenario have we got this time? Oh, let's get our portal. All right, so we've got the monoliths thing. Oh, this is interesting. This one is just 202. This is like the easiest stage 1 ever. I like that. That's right, I am playing on an easier faction. Okay, and here's our new scenario, which is also a monolith scenario, just by chance. Okay, at the start of the game, you may place the Iron Claw on any lane. Okay, so this is an optional thing. It's a 1/1 creature, and it says destroyed. The next game has setup, gain 1 mana, but the portal gains 3 life. I don't know. Having extra mana versus the portal having 3 more life. Well, actually, you know what? Portal having 3 more life is not that terrible, because often I like accidentally kill the portal too fast when I want to do more stuff to it. Well, I'll think about that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so Stranger Springs. I can pay 6 gold to gain 1 mana or 15 gold to gain 2 mana. Like right now to set me up for the next mission. -3, a gift from beyond. Place a +1 health in the leftmost alliance lane, but I reinforce one, so I give them an extra minion. That seems kind of iffy. And then repair or recruit 4 for the castle, or 4. I mean, that seems like the way to go. Let's certainly spend 4 down to 25 to heal our castle back to its full 15. And then, I don't know, let's like recruit for a little while, right? So let's do 21. And we've got Sacrificial Altar and Clan of the Jaguar. Clan of the Jaguar is pretty dang powerful, 4/3. And they have the power that is great. Neighbor allies have destroyed, gain 1 mana. So they like make me not mind losing my people as much. Sacrificial Altar is a tower. I can exhaust it and give an ally -1 life. And that makes the portal or the closest monster gain -1 life. Then that ally may gain -1 more life to red. Oh, so I could just like keep eating all my people. I mean, that's... I really like the Clan of the Jaguar. I'm not so sure about killing my own guys, although I know that's a green faction thing. The Lure. So 1/1. When I play, I reinforce 1, so I give them a minion. Oh, but he's free. And bait the weakest minion, okay? And then when he's destroyed, a monster in the front line gains -1 health. Oh, for each minus thing on it from baiting and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. And Pit of the Reborn. Play and kill one of my own allies. Well, it could be like the lore. To its left neighbor gains permanent attack bonus equal to the destroyed ally's attack. And its right neighbor gains permanent health bonus to the... Oh, that's actually really good. So it like kind of just steals their stuff for the people next to him. And my last option is another Sacrificial Altar and Idol of Saubil. Attached to the leftmost monster or ally in the front line, and they gain -3 temporary attack on fight. So they'll just be totally kind of neutered. But if you would discard Idol of Saubil and there's an ally in play, attach it to the leftmost ally instead. Oh my gosh. So I can totally mess up an enemy, and if I never kill them, they'll just kind of sit there, hopefully attacking ineffectually. But if they die, it goes to my people automatically. And like will keep, I guess, going on to my people automatically until I have no enemy units left. Okay, so in between, I really like the Clan of the Jaguar. The lore is kind of situationally cool. And the Pit of the Reborn is also pretty dang good. Now let's go for the straightforward, guys. I'm just going to get the Clan of the Jaguar and the Sacrificial Altar. All right, let's pay again. Let's go down to 17. Because I'm about to get 32, so I got to go down to like 8 at least, because I can't go above 40. Okay, another Clan of the Jaguar. Ooh, and another Weaver team. I like both of those a ton. Bushido of the Orchid and the Lore. That's actually not too bad. And the Bushido of the Orchid is better with that Sacrificial Altar that just went on top of my deck, because then I can activate their heroic ability in a really easy way. Give them 1 damage to get them going with their power. And then another Pit of the Reborn, another Idol. These are just so straightforward. Like they could just kill people. And then do I need to recruit again? I don't know. I guess I could do the 15 gold to start with 6 mana at the start. That would make this mission really easy. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to spend all but 2 of my gold to start with 2 mana in the first round. And then I'm getting 32, so I'm up to 34. Of course, it'll get pillaged away, but that's where I start. And that's it for this, because, wait, did I say I'm going to put out the Iron Claw? I think I'm going to put out the Iron Claw. And I can put it in any lane. Let's put it, like, off to the side so I can fight it when I want to, because it's 1 damage, it won't even get through my armor. And then now in the second scenario, I actually have a mini-boss, so I take another one of the 6 scenarios that will not be used for its scenario, and what do we got? The White Blizzard. Oh, what the? Setup. You must mulligan non-heroic cards costing 4 mana or less. That's not great. I feel like that's every card that's added to the top of my deck. And he's a 5/5 with Trample and Taunt. Well, we'll deal with him when he comes out. But Trample means that he'll go through the unit he's attacking to hit the base. And Taunt means he'll like pull one of my units onto him if I haven't already engaged him. But he's only got 5 life, so I can just kill him once he comes out. And the outsiders spawn the turn after you destroy the stage 1 monolith. All right, so I must mulligan every card that costs 4. Yeah, it's all of them. Great. So I'm just mulliganing my entire hand. All those really good cards that I was going to use. Oh, well. We'll see what I have instead. I got one of my leaders and then 3 web door towers. Oh, and I can't mulligan again. Oh, Nantaka is like bad to play early. Because look, she's a 1/1. This is one of the 2 heroes that's in this deck. She gets +1 attack for each bonus health on her. And when you play her, you can steal up to 3 health from a minion. But guess what? Right now, all the minions only have 1 health each. Shoot. Unexpected help lets me replay an ally from my discard pile, and it costs less, but then they go away at the end of the turn. And web doors don't do anything until less people have -1 attacks on them. God, this is like the worst ever, you stupid white blizzard. I just can't see in the snow. Well, we'll see how things go. Anyway, I'm getting 4 mana, so I'm up to 6. And then I'm flipping 2 Horde cards. My next turn is nothing, which is lovely. Okay, first one. Troll Trackers. They're 3/3. At the end of the Horde phase, the weakest ally engages Troll Trackers if possible. Swap them with another ally if necessary. The ally engaged with Troll Trackers cannot be moved or exhausted. Oh, okay, so they're just hunting them. Okay, that's 1. And Troll Brute. Jeez, man. They got taunt, which means we have to fight them. Those are some strong dudes. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do, this is something all castles can do. I'm going to spend 1 of my 6 mana to exhaust my tree and draw a card. Because, okay, there's at least somebody I can fight with. The Death Archaeologist, although he's not really the best person I could fight with here. Oh, but I can do the Web Door combined with Death Archaeologist, right? Yeah, it's kind of like the best I've got. All right, so let's deal with, let's deal with the Troll Brute, right? He's the nastiest guy out right now. All right, so for 1 mana, I'm going to put the Web Door there. And then for 2, I'm going to play Death Archaeologist. I get to bait a monster, which will be the Troll Brute. Oh, he's not going to die from this, is he? Well, I guess when he taunts me in, then he will. But yeah, so the baiting gives him -1 attack, and then the Web Door gives him another -1 attack, and then he takes 1 damage for each -1 attack on him. But then the Web Door goes away. Yeah, so the Death Archaeologist can kill him, and unless he gets a boost, he won't kill them. Wait, let's guarantee he doesn't get boosted. I'm going to use my exhaust to pull one of the 2 level 1 minions out, and then I'm going to end. All right, so let me go to the Treachery phase. The portal gains 2 armor this turn. Hey, this time it's totally fine. We're not trying to attack the portal yet. Oh, I get pulled over here by the taunt. And technically that would have been before the treachery phase, at the end of the alliance phase, when I finished all my actions. Okay, so he taunts me over there. Troll Trackers attack for 3, 1 armor, 2, 3. Troll Brute attacks for 4 -2, 2. So I am barely alive. I hit back for 1 and finish them off and draw a card. Which is, my other hero, who is going to be awesome. Look at this guy, Kohai. He's a 5. He's a 3/5. When he exhausts, he baits a monster that's already in the front line. Then Kohai and that monster may strike each other, and he's got 1 armor every turn. That's friggin' great, and I can afford him. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot better about my chances. And then this guy hits my castle for 1 more. No armor to help it. Okay, we go to the pillage phase. There's only 1 guy left to pillage, and it's a weapon. Okay. We're down to 33 gold, and these guys run away. Oh, shoot, I forgot about that stupid thing that I chose to put out there. Good job, Mike. It's hitting me for 1 as well. And all right, we survive the turn. We get 4 mana to take us to 6, and more than enough to play our big boy. We don't summon any monsters. We don't summon any Horde. I love that, although 2 more cards in a second. Oh, and I forgot the portal's temporary armor went away, of course. And now it's the end of the Horde phase, so the weakest ally engages the Troll Trackers, and he can't exhaust or anything, so he's just going to be stuck there. Although if I bait them, then he won't be stuck there, which I think is what I'm going to do. Yeah, so let's do 5 mana to play Kohai. And so 3 is enough. Oh, he's got his armor token. All right, so if he exhausts, he baits a monster that's already in the front line, and then they can strike each other. So sure, let's go ahead and bait the Troll Trackers. It doesn't matter where they go because they're going to die. They get -1 attack, and then they attack each other. So Kohai takes, just 1 damage past his armor. And these guys are defeated. And there are 2 minions. Let's try to get some more cards. So let's use the Death Archaeologist to pull this guy out. And then I can also... I don't want to pillage 3 cards. Well, why not if I'm going to kill people? So I'm going to pillage 3 cards to bait a monster. That's 3 of my own gold gone. And I'll pull out the other remaining minions for Kohai. Oh, and they get -1 attack for Kohai to finish off. So I should be in a pretty, well, not super powerful position because they're still going to get 2 more guys in a second, but I should be in a really solid position in a second. Although they do get a treachery card. Uh-oh. It is the castle takes 2 damage. Although the armor stops 1, but we are down to 10 life now. Okay, and then these guys kill each other. Sadness for the Death Archaeologist. And then these guys attack for 0 and get killed. And that got us a poisoner. Ooh, unexpected help. I could bring the Death Archaeologist back in for free. That's pretty great. Oh, Poisoner's an interesting one. Look. So they are a 5/1, 5 attack for only 2 mana. But when you play them, they get 5 temporary minus attack tokens. Basically, they're a 0/1 the first turn, then they become a 5/1 once their poison is ready, I guess. But they have Defender, which means if they're by themselves in the lane, they don't hit the portal. Well, speaking of the portal, I should have had Kohai hit it. Oh well, that's okay. All right, hey, we don't get pillaged at all because all the minions are dead, which is not making it easier to play Nantaka for her power, but oh well. Ooh, I just realized Unexpected Help can get other people that got discarded. Because look, I got 2 Trapdoor teams, which we haven't seen yet. They're 3/4. When you play them, you bait a monster. And my Weaver team, 5/2. When I play them, I bait a monster, and I can exhaust them. So, oh my gosh, that's so good with the Unexpected Help because they cost 2 less, although it costs 1. So I guess to do it to the Weaver team would cost 3. To do it to the Trapdoor teams would cost 2. But I could do a ton of damage to somebody. It doesn't matter if they die. Oh, and actually, I mean, he's dead. But if I had the Death Archaeologist and they died in battle, then they can go to my hand. Oh, I'm seeing combos I didn't realize. But anyway, that's the end of the turn. His armor comes back. So does the castle. Oh, did we do? I don't think we did. Shoot, we're down to 9. Castle health now. We got to deal with that stupid Iron Claw. First, I'm up to 5 mana, and we got to deal with this. 2 somethings coming at me. What have we got? Deep Howlers. Fight. If Deep Howlers are not engaged, they deal 3 damage to the castle. Oh, God, they got armor 1 and 6 life. But they will blast the castle if we don't deal with them. That's first. And then Skull Weaver. Reinforce 3, so we're going to add 1 to each of 3 of the minions. Dang it, I wanted it to be 3-on-1, so we could use that hero's power. And then, oh no, the strongest monster with a fight ability resolves it, or the castle gains 3 damage. And this is the castle gains 3 damage. So I guess the castle is gaining 3 damage. Darn. So that's already their armor. And they're down to 7. I got gold to heal the castle, but I got to deal with this stuff. All right, let's see. If I did like the Unexpected Help with the Weaver team, I could almost kill the Deep Howlers, but not quite. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, I get another null turn next turn, so if I can get a lot of stuff going now, that'd be great. Oh, I forgot that Kohai's power made him attack immediately. So maybe I should, if I hit the Deep Howlers, then it'll be easy for somebody to kill them with the Unexpected Help. So sure, let's try that. Okay, so beta monster in the front line. So we'll move them, doesn't really matter, to here. And they lose their only attack. And then they strike each other, so he takes nothing. They take 1, 2, 3, so they're down to that. Okay, then I'll use Unexpected Help for 1. And I want the Weaver team, right? So it only cost me 2, so I got 2 left. And this gets attached, so they're going to die. And they get to bait a monster, and then they can exhaust to double the minus on a monster. Let's get rid of this stupid thing, because my castle's not in a great way right now. Oh, wait a second. That's right. I was supposed to be on the Deep Howlers. So I could bait these guys, so Kohai finishes them off, but then I'm not hitting their portal. Well, I can kill the portal next turn, which is when I want to kill it anyway, when it's a 0. And then I can exhaust them to double the minus attack on somebody. Sure, let's do it on the Iron Claw so that if they get lucky and get oh wait, they've already, never mind. I'll double it on the Deep Howlers so that if they get, no, those guys are going to die. It doesn't really matter who I double it on, does it? And then for my last 2 mana, I think this makes sense. Let's get the Poisoner out so that in a second he'll be his full 5/5 self, right? And I got him here when they have somebody big come out. Now again, he's a defender, so he can't actually hit their portal, unfortunately. Okay, so I think that's about it. I'm going to get pillaged quite a bit this turn. That's not great. What's this one? The portal gains... What the heck, man? There are cards that just give them attack. I'd be totally fine with them having an attack bonus this turn. Whatever. Okay, Poisoner does nothing. Weaver team hits them for a ton. They don't do anything back, so they are dead, and I get a card if I want it. Oh, it's the Clan of the Jaguar. I like them. Okay, and then Iron Claw is killed by Kohai and doesn't get to do anything. So this hangs out, and I get... Do I know? Okay, I might not want to draw more cards soon. Oh, Trapdoor. Oh, man, I got great stuff, though. But yeah, if I draw too many cards and they keep on pillaging me, then I will lose. All right, but there are 3 1-health minions, so I'm getting pillaged. Oh, man. So your deck is so tiny in this mode because you have so many cards taken out of it. So it is dangerous. I got to summon that big boy, and then I should be able to kill him pretty quickly with the tough guys I have out. Nobody hits my castle, though, so it's going to stay at 7 with its health. Their portal has 7, and the Weaver team goes away. But Poisoner's got their full 5, which doesn't help much because they're a defender and can't hit the portal. So I got to get somebody to help Kohai out. Anyway, I get 4 mana, and nobody gets stronger, so I'm just going to kill him this turn before that comes out. So I need to do... God. Oh, they don't have armor. Oh, that's my castle. Oh, they're here. 7. So I need to do 4 more damage, which would be Clan of the Jaguar. Just straight up, right? Ooh, and when neighbors die, +1 mana. It seems like the poisoner has a good chance of dying. So that's 3 of my 4. Now, unfortunately, I don't want to bring out any of the minions because, like, they would die. He needs to hit the portal. I could use unexpected help to bring out somebody and, like, bait a bunch of the minions down. Do I want to do that? Well, oh no, I don't have anything. Yeah, I'm just going to stop there and just take some more pillaging. Okay, so they still get a treachery in case it does something special, but no, it just adds +1 attack to the nobody that's out here. Hooray. So Poisoner can't hit the portal. Clan of the Jaguar can, hits it for 4, and Kohai can, hits it for 3 more. So it is defeated. We will go to stage 2, and the outsider we got to kill is added to the outsider pile, which is summoned from after we resolve, what is the stage 2 portal? 2 Horde cards and 2 minions, but we get 6 mana next turn. And all we got to do is kill the White Blizzard, and we win this scenario. But we still need to pillage. 1, 2, 3. God, we are down to very few cards in our deck. We still have 24 gold. That part's fine, but we got to do something. All right, that's it for the turn. Let's see what we get. All right, so we're doing 2 Horde cards. Oh, we get 6 mana, so we're at 7. Heck yeah. Okay, first Horde card. Monolith of Tenrup. Oh, this is one of their super ones. Great. So it gives me +1 mana. That's the nice part. Every turn during the fight step before like attacks go back and forth, it will reinforce 1 minion, and every minion gains +1 attack, and their pillage value is equal to their attack value. So that's horrific. That's horrific. Great. And what's the other one? Harpooners. Reinforce 3. Oh my gosh. Exhaust the leftmost ally. Actually, the Poisoner can kill the Monolith. That's kind of good, but no. Or almost kill him. Exhaust the leftmost ally. Great. But actually, I will be able to summon Nantaka. There's 2 minis with 2 health each, and then 2 each with 1 health, so she'll be able to kill one of them. Okay, and then we bring out the White Blizzard with its 5/5 trample taunt shenanigans. And crud, I can't move the Poisoner because they're exhausted to get to where the White Blizzard is, which was the plan. The Jaguar can't quite finish him off. Oh, Kohai could... Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'm thinking about doing some baiting. So let's have Kohai exhaust, do bait a monster in the front line. So they go there, and they get -1 attack, which might matter if they get a boost. And then they can strike each other, so he's going to do 3 to them. Oh, I'm sorry, their new portal has 8. If you kill it, you get like some bonuses and stuff. Okay, then I'm going to play the Trapdoor team for... That's not it. 1, 2, 3. I can bait a monster. Let's bait the White Wizard to be in front of the Poisoner, so they'll kill each other. And it's going to get -1 attack, which means its trample won't hurt my castle as much. And then I'm certainly going to exhaust them to bring out one of the bigger minions. I'll play Nantaka for 3 more mana. Did I have 8? Really? I hope I did that right. So she gets to steal up to 2. So she's going to steal both of the other double minion stuff. So now she's a 3/3. And then she'll pull down one of the 1/1 minions. So there's only 1 left at the moment. All right, I have 2 mana left. I could do Unexpected Help. Well, sure, I can play the Trapdoor team with Unexpected Help. That costs my last 2 mana. But it lets me bait another monster, which actually be the White Wizard. Blizzard, not White Wizard. There's not Gandalf. I wanted to do less damage getting through. Oh, and I can have either of these have the Trapdoor team exhaust to pull the last minion. So now nobody's pillaging me. And Clan of the Jaguar, what are you doing? Just hanging out and getting me mana, I guess. Okay, cool. So I think we should kick some butt here and take a little bit of castle damage. I do get a treachery. +1 attack on the rightmost. That's fine. All right, so White Blizzard attacks for 3, killing my Poisoner, and 2 more gets through to the castle. That only does 1 damage total because of their armor. And they hit back for 5. So this dude is dead. So we will win at the end of this turn. Clan of the Jaguar hits their portal for 4. This guy died, so I get a mana. That's cool. Okay, Kohai takes 0. Oh, wait, I got to do their fight ability. Reinforce 1. Here, let's put it on these guys that are on the person I don't care about. And then every minion gets +1 attack, which actually could be bad, because when they have 4 or more attack, they have trample, but I don't think it's going to hit us too bad. Okay, but then Kohai kills them. I'm not going to draw any cards, clearly. Okay, then the Trapdoor team, taking 3, so they don't even die, and they kill them. Nantaka's taken 2, so she doesn't die, and she kills them. And these guys are doing 4, which would be enough for trample, but that's just enough to kill them, and they kill them. Okay, cool. So we wiped out their entire force. Heck yeah. It's definitely going easier with the easier faction. Although I still wouldn't want to go above level 3 because it's a challenge. Let's not forget that The Portal's going to have +3 life, and I'll get +1 mana at the start of the next scenario. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Oh, well, here, just keep the video like a little bit more timely. I think I'm going to jump to the final scenario. I'm going to skip the third one because that one just has another mini boss. I want to show you like the actual full new Outsider Atlas. But I don't know, let's give me like 10 more gold to accommodate me skipping the entire scenario that I probably would have won because the third scenario is not in any way technically harder or easier than the second scenario. Well, sorry, it might be easier because you probably have better cards in your deck. All right, and we're getting, the basic solo one. And for the scenario, we've got Trade or Blade. Each player searches for their weakest legendary ally in their deck and discards it, then shuffle the alliance decks. My weakest legendary ally is Nantaka, okay. Oh, but I can pay to get them back for 3. Oh, I can place them on top of the deck, which actually, I don't want to lose her, but Nantaka is not as good as the other guy. But the big thing I got to do is repair a ton. What is this? They must pay. Discard cards from the Horde deck until you discard a monster and summon it to gain 3 mana on the first turn. Sounds a little scary. Okay, and then Souls for Sale. Discard the top card of a player's deck. You may exile that card to gain 2 gold. So what do I have? I have 34. I'm going to heal. How much is it going to take? 6. So 10. And then 14. I guess I don't need to get the last one. So that would cost 8 out of my 34. So I'm at 26. Let's recruit a few times. All right, so 2. Oh, we haven't seen these yet. Reclaim Life. Play, and this is a fast play, so you can play it after you see the Treachery card. Pillage 2 cards. This turn, each ally has destroyed. Draw 1 card or rebuild 2. And then 1000th Ritual. Play. The destroyed abilities of allies resolve 1 additional time this turn. Interesting. Oh, and this turn, each ally gains destroy to remove 1 damage from the castle. I'm not loving those, though. Ooh, another Scale Drum. I like those. And the Cave God again. He's back. I don't know about him. Oh, and there's the Bushido of the Orchid and the Fool. The Fool lets you bait at the beginning of a fight. I guess they'd be really cool for actually, now that I think about it, like dealing with a ton of minions, because they can bait one to weaken it enough to where it won't hurt them, and then run to the side with Elusive, and then bait another one. Okay, let's go for these 2. Now, let's do it one last time. I think that'll be enough. I was going on top of my deck. All right, I got the Idol again. I guess it's like 1 mana to kind of kill a monster for forever, in a way, if they have 3 attack or less. The Lore and the Pit of the Reborn. I think that's the same combo I had last time. And then Bushido of the Orchid and Pit of the Reborn. I guess I'll go for the other Bushido. And I think that's enough, and I will spend 3 to get her on top. And I'll stop there. The gold kind of went too high. I was probably giving myself too much credit for how much gold I would gain or lose in the scenario, so me not spending all of it is probably fair. All right, but now I got to actually beat Atlas to win, as long as that takes, because they're a 3-stage guy. You got to fight this one, then this one, then this one. And I'm going here. I'm going to draw 1 card and 2 reinforce. Oh, that might actually be good with the hero. But let's jump in. All right, so initial draw should be like basically everything I bought. Nantaka is pretty dang cool. One of the Bushido, maybe the Fool to deal with a lot of minions. Pit of the Reborn actually could be kind of awesome on the Bushido of the Orchid, because Heroic technically raises their attack. So if I used it to kill him, he might be able to get 3, and maybe I'll just keep all of these. Well, I don't need 2 Bushidos of the Orchid. Let's redraw 1. Death Archaeologist, that's cool. Ooh, especially if I use the Pit of the Reborn to kill an ally, and then use the Death Archaeologist to make that ally come into my hand, right? Because it's if a neighboring ally is destroyed. Yeah, ooh, I like this. All right, yeah, their portal has 6. My castle, right, I didn't heal it all the way. Okay, so we go to 4 mana. We're doing 1 Horde card, but 2 next round. Frost Giant, that doesn't sound good. Play, Frost Giant deals 3 damage to the castle unless an ally of the alliance choice takes 5 damage. Well, we don't have that option. So 1, 2, 3. But they're just a 3/3, but they're also reinforcing 2, which means that every minion has 1. All right, I have 4 mana. I don't want to play her yet. I'm going to play the Bushido of the Orchid for 2. I'm going to have him pull a minion down to purposefully take 1 damage so his heroic starts working. Sorry, I kind of moved the camera over there. And then to actually deal with the other minions so we don't get pillaged too much, I'm going to play the Fool for 1. And I think I'll save the rest. And yeah, I don't want to exhaust him or pull a minion out because I'm going to use his baiting power for that. All right, so let's see what their treachery is. The portal gains 1 health. That's okay. That's okay. All right, and then the Frost Giant hits me for 3. That's pretty bad. We're already down to 9 health. Ouch. Okay, but then the Yetnar minions hit him for 1, and it's simultaneous, so he unfortunately hits them for 0. And then now he's got Oh my god, he's got like 5 attack? Yeah, because all the minions are active, so that's crazy. Okay, the Fool. Before attacking, he can bait somebody. He's going to pull these minions down, and they get -1, so they aren't going to pillage or attack. And then he tries to strike them. They try to strike him. After he strikes a monster the first time in his turn, he can move 1 lane. He's going to bait again when this lane activates. They will also do nothing to him, and he'll do nothing to them. I think this is what the Fool does. And he can't do elusive again. It's only once per turn. But then when we get into pillaging, only 1 pillager is left. We don't really care about gold anymore, but we do lose a web door. That's okay. So we didn't kill anybody, but we did stop them from doing much to us, except for that Frost Giant. We got to deal with him, which the Bushido can do pretty easily. But first we got to deal with 2 more people, but we're at 5 mana. All right. Unburied Monolith. Fight. Pillage a card, and Radamel minions get +1. Okay. But he's only a 4 life, but still it's pretty annoying. And then, the Deep Howlers again. Stupid Deep Howlers. Okay. I don't have my big, awesome dude to deal with him this time. All right, so what do I want to do? I don't want to play Nantaka yet, because all the minions are only at 1. It'd be a waste. Okay, well, let's try this. I think I got this right. I'm going to move the Fool over to here. I'm going to put the Death Archaeologist here for 2. I'm going to play Pit of the Reborn and kill the Bushido of the Orchid, who, if I'm understanding correctly, it says monsters in play. Or sorry, his thing says monsters in play. And I mean, Heroic says it gets +X attack. Like, that's its attack stat, right? And this says equal to the destroyed ally's attack. So yeah, I think that he's there's 3 monsters here and all 4 minions. He's a 7. So boop, boop, boop. That's my read on it, at least. And this guy gets +4 life. Is that actually where I want them to be, though, now that I think about it? Oh, I'm sorry. When I played the Death Archaeologist, I could have baited somebody. And this guy is gone, but because of a Death Archaeologist, I get to return it to my hand, so I can display him in a second. Oh, actually, wait. I forgot Nantaka has attack equal to... Let's change this up a little bit. Sorry. So the Fool didn't move with an exhaust. I played Nantaka here for my last 3. Then I killed this guy. She got +4, and I'll also have her steal 1 from one of the minions, because now she's a 6/6. I mean, as she takes damage, it'll go down, but she can like almost one-shot the Deep Howlers, which seems good. Okay, then he goes to my hand, but I don't have enough mana to play him yet. And the Death Archaeologist is going to kill the Frost Giant, although he's going to die, which is not really... Yeah, I don't know if any of that quite worked out the way I wanted it to. Well, I could move him. I can move him to the Unburied Monolith. Or wait, if he's doing 7, he can one-shot the Deep Howlers. So maybe she goes to the Unburied Monolith. He goes to the Deep Howlers, and then the Fool will do his little minion dance to mess with 2 of the 3 minions in a second. Yeah, that all seems pretty good. Okay, so they're pillaging 2 cards. That's not too bad. I'm doing okay on pillaging so far. There's another Bushido. Okay, Frost Giant hits me for 3. 1, 2, 3. Ouch. Okay, but this guy fight. Oh, they pillage a card, and the Radamel minions get +1, so they're at 2. But then in the actual attack, they're dead. I draw a card. Oh, a Weaver team. I love them. Okay, then the Deep Howlers do hit them for 1, but they straight up kill them. And sure, I'll draw another card. Oh, Clan of the Jaguar. Yeah, baby. Okay, and then the Fool is going to bait a monster. He'll do the first one. They have 0 attack. Then he elusives, and he baits another monster. They have 0 attack. So nobody else is hitting the castle, and I only get pillaged by the 2 Radamel here. It's not bad. It's not bad. Ooh, and this turn is the 0/0, and they've got 7, so I can just have the Death Archaeologist take out the portal all by themselves. Heck yeah, this is going to be good. Although all the minions go back, should probably kill them at some point. All right, so we go back to 4 mana. The 0/0 is back. There's about to be 1/1, but I'm going to, again, kill it this turn if I can. Let's see, should I play the Weaver team? I think that makes the most sense, because look, they bait a monster, -1 attack, and then they can double it. So if nothing weird happens, they don't get boosted, the Weaver team will survive because they only take 1 damage, and they'll kill those guys. Hopefully they survive. Although I guess if not, the Death Archaeologist will save them. Now, I don't need to do this much damage. Should I pull some minions down? The Fool can do his thing with those 2. So sure, even though it's going to weaken her, she can pull them down. Now, if she takes damage, she loses her attack, so she'll be like a 4/4 if she takes 2 damage from them, but so it goes. Well, all right. And what's our treachery going to be? +1 attack to the Frost Giant. So we'll kill the Weaver team. I mean, they did their job. It's okay. Oh, and I'm going to get them back to my hand. I mean, they cost a lot of mana, but that's still pretty good. All right, so Radamel minions and Nantaka kill each other. Should I draw a card? Yeah, I should. I mean, until I'm like way getting closer to being pillaged. Get Death Archaeologist, fully kill their portal, which means stage 1 of Atlas is going to come out in a second. We'll show you what he looks like. These guys kill each other. I'll get a card. But that's right. They go to my hand. I'll get a card. It's fine. Not a Clan of the Jaguar. Oh my gosh. I kind of need them to have more mana generation. And then the Fool is going to do his 1-2, I dodge a lot, dance with the minions, and they go back, which means I don't get pillage at all. My castle doesn't get hit at all. That's very good. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a damage on the Death Archaeologist. I wish it was a health. All right, so now I'm getting 6 mana, but 2 and 2. Ouch. And that's not even counting the outsider. All right, so what do we got? Burster. When they fight, they deal 1 to each ally within 1 lane. But they're only 3/2, so that's not like the worst in the world. And then Howling Monolith. They make Zephalites gain 1 every turn, and they have Taunt. And they're going to taunt me right onto the Burster. That's annoying. And then we're reinforcing 2, so there's 1 life on each minion. Although our deck's looking like pretty solid, so I think I can just leave them for a little bit. And then the big one, Atlas is coming out. So this one's kind of weird. So it says reinforce 2 when he gets played. And then it says Atlas, stage 3, gains +1 attack, a permanent attack for each monster in the front line, which I think includes itself. Because if you look at Atlas, the final stage, it says Atlas may gain permanent attack and life while out of play. And he's got trample and he's got barrier. There's a lot of annoying stuff here. So yeah, he's a 6/3 currently, and Atlas stage 2 will also mess with him. But actually killing stage 1 is only a 1/1, so that part's pretty easy. We do have some pretty good people out here, so I think we might be okay. All right, so what do we want to do here with 6 mana? I mean, the Fool can move back down here and deal with the 2 minions that only have 1 life, or I guess over here, it doesn't really matter. Nantaka is currently a 4/4, so she could I guess the Burster would kill her if she killed him. Clearly, the Death Archaeologist can easily take care of the Howling Monolith. Ooh, wait. I've got the best plan. Look at this. Okay, Nantaka can move down there. She can die. So be it. But Bushido of the Orchid can be put in there for 2, because look what's going to happen. This Burster will be like, ha ha ha, and attack me for 1 damage, and suddenly my Heroic will be in effect, and I'll have 6 attack to kill that thing in 1 shot. And then Death Archaeologist, well, that's a total waste for Death Archaeologist to fight the Atlas. He could kill the portal again. Is that worth doing? The next phase is pretty weak. What do we get? We get to rebuild forward, which means we get cards back from our pillage discard pile, and we get to draw a card. I kind of want to save him for when a huge dude comes out. Well, either way, I'll move the Fool over here. And yeah, let's move the Death Archaeologist over here, I guess. Oh, and here, we can bring the Weaver team in for my last 4. They bait a monster. Let's bait one of the 2 attack ones. And then we can double their minus attack. Boom. So now, unless they get a boost, they aren't going to do anything. And that'll limit our pillaging as well. Okay, so what's the thingamajig? The Outsider or the Portal gains +1. Prioritize the Outsider, which is great, actually, because the Weaver team was doing too much damage anyway, so that's a totally wasted effect. Why did I put the Weaver team there? I don't know. Okay, so Burster deals 1 damage to each person within 1. And Bushido of the Orchid says thank you. Okay, and then they do 3 to her, which does kill her, but she does 3 to them, which kills them. And yeah, I'm still doing pretty good on cards, so I'll draw to poison her. Okay, Bushido of the Orchid has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack. Oh, but these guys boost the Zephalite minions 1, which is one of the 2 that the Fool was going to pull out, so maybe they won't. And I guess I'll draw 1 more card. Might want to stop soon. You can only have 7 cards before you have to discarding them or start discarding them. Okay, these guys do take 1 damage. That part kind of sucks, but they defeat the Outsider. So Outsider stage 2 is going to be summoned next turn. Okay, and then these guys do no damage to the Death Archaeologist, and the Death Archaeologist do far too much damage to them. And I'll draw 1 more card, but then I'm going to stop for a while. Another poisoner. I can't pay for all this stuff. Okay, and then the Fool will do its thing and bait these guys and then run here. And I guess they'll bait it too and take 1 damage because they don't cancel at all. They aren't dead yet. That means we only get pillage for 2. And all right, we got a ton of people. And this next turn's pretty easy in terms of stuff coming. All right, but, well, hold on. We do that. Don't do that yet. I get 6 mana. We get 1 new card. Harpooners again. Reinforce 3. Exhaust the leftmost ally. That's kind of annoying. That's it. Wow, so every minion has 2 life now. But I mean, well, yeah, we can't survive too many turns of 8 pillaging. Oh, that's right. They're getting 1 more reinforce, so they're at 3. I kind of do want to kill this before it goes to 2. But let's bring out the only actual monster that's out here so far, Atlas. So, oh god, reinforce 2 when it's played, which means now all but 1 of them is a 3. And then, ooh, this is great. Atlas gains, the final boss gains +1 life for each monster in the front line, which is only 1. So they're only going to be a 6/4 when they come out. That's not anything that I need to worry about, I think. So yeah, the biggest problem right now is all the minions, because nothing else is really messing with me too much. Oh, I've got the Sacrificial Altar. Exhaust and do 1 damage to an ally to make the portal or the closest monster gain 1. I could just straight up kill Atlas. That would certainly free up some space. So sure, we'll play the Sacrificial Altar for free. We can exhaust it and do a damage to, and I guess Bushi. Well, you know, the Fool's really not doing much for me at this point. Let's just kill the Fool and give me some more space to play people. But I get to do 1 damage, so I'll just kill Atlas straight up. So Big Boy is going to be coming in next turn. And then here, to help deal with all these minions, I was thinking I was going to use my tree to pillage and then bait one of them onto the web door. That would nerf one of them completely, although I am pillaging myself 3 to do that. Oh, but it's probably okay. It's probably okay. Okay, so I will do that. I'll pay 1 for that. And then I'm going to use this, exhausted and pillage 3, to bait one of the 3 minions, which immediately gets 2 minus attack and takes 2 damage. They're not doing anything, and this goes away. Then I have 5 left. Okay, let's put a Clan of the Jaguar here to kill them, and we can afford a Poisoner here. Next turn, he'll be big enough to kill the boss. And then I guess we just kill some people, right? Like, we just got to deal with them. I mean, I don't think I want to lose the Death Archaeologist, although now the Poisoner can kill the boss. Clan of the Jaguar could as well. So sure, we'll have the Weaver team pull somebody, and the Death Archaeologist pull another person, so we only have the 1/2 minion left. And that's the best we can do. Wait, I definitely, I spent all my mana. Okay, so Clan of the Jaguar. Oh, I got to do the Treachery. The portal gains 2 armor. I don't care too much, although I guess actually I will be hitting it. Okay, Clan of the Jaguar attacks for 4. They attack for 0. They're dead. I'm not drawing any more cards, though. I don't want to pillage myself to death. Okay, Bushido of the Orchid. There's only 3 monsters left alive, so they're only doing 1 damage to the portal. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Okay, the Weaver team definitely dies, but they don't have Trample, so they are just dead. And then Death, yeah, also... Oh, I forgot my power. So the Weaver team is next to the Archaeologist, so I get them back for next time. That's actually wonderful. Although then the Death Archaeologist dies. Not so wonderful, but they are done. Okay, and then that's doing nothing, and he can't attack yet, although these are going away, which means only these little dudes are left to pillage. Not too many cards left in that deck. But if we can just kill you and survive the next round, we'll win. All right, so 6 mana, 2 people coming out, and 1 reinforcement. Stormcaller. Play 2 different allies, gain -1 attack, and he has Taunt. Well, he only has 4 life, and the boss only has 4 life, so certainly my Poisoner doesn't need that much attack. And then Bushido of the Orchid will probably be okay as well. So boom. Okay, and then second one is Stone Trampler. Rod-and-Mill minions gain, +3 and 2 temporary armor, and they charge the weakest ally, which means the lowest attack. Well, it's got to be... Well, actually, who is it? Yeah, no. There's not very many people left in play, so it's definitely going to be them. Pretty nasty. Okay, and they reinforce 1, which means they've got a 2 and a 1. I think I can just let them pillage this time and not worry about it. So I definitely have more than 3 cards left. Okay, and then Atlas comes out, so he's just a 6/4. But he's got... Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, no, this is great because of a Sacrificial Altar. Phew! Barrier means if they haven't taken any damage yet... Oh, no, crud, it is still going to... How Barrier works is... if they don't have any actual damage on them yet, then any time that they would take any amount of damage, they only get 1 and ignore the rest. So I got to find a way to do 1 damage to get rid of that, and then another damage to get rid of their barrier, and then hit him for the last 3. Which actually my Sacrificial Altar is going to be perfect for, isn't it? Yeah, actually, totally it is. Okay, so Clan of the Jaguar is going to cost me 3. I'm going to exhaust and give them -1 to get rid of that. So the barrier's still up, and then... that ally may gain 1 more damage to ready it, which I will. And then I'll hit the other Clan of the Jaguar to give them an actual damage. So now that he's got to take 3 damage, easy enough to do. And then, I forgot the Poisoner had so much damage. Okay, we'll have the Poisoner pull the 1 big minion left. Why not? And I think everything else is like, okay. I mean, here, I'll bring out another Poisoner because I can afford it. And that's all I'm going to do. All right, so Treacheries could be big. Oh, deal 1 to the castle. Who cares? Okay, Clan of the Jaguar and Stormcaller. They're dead, but so are they. Okay, how many monsters are in play? There's 1 minion, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So they got 3 attack, which means they only get 1 damage through. Then these guys had 3 life, so they're actually still alive too. That's cool. Okay, and then Clan of the Jaguar easily kills them, but are dead. Oh, and they have trample. So hold on. They had 3 life. No, but they already had 2 shoots. So those guys are getting 5 damage through. Oh, my cast only has 2 life left. That is closer than I wanted to cut things. Okay, this poisoner does nothing. That's not an attacker. And they kill the poisoner, but they are killed as well. Oh, and sorry, these guys are gone. And there's only a single minion left to pillage. So actually, that was way closer than I thought. And again, it was a little weird that I skipped scenario 3, like the balance might have changed. But I've only got 2 health left in my castle, only 4 cards left in my deck. But yay, we have one of the easier campaigns, because again, we use 3 of the easiest hordes, although on level 3 difficulty, so they're not that easy. But yeah, that was Skytear Horde campaign mode. And after playing it a bunch, here are my thoughts. New hordes, love them. Always want more content. New player decks, I do find these ones a little bit more like challenging and complex, so I wouldn't recommend it as like the starting point. Like even the blue deck, which is often pretty easy, is kind of complicated. It's like all about blessing your units. But hey, new decks are great. I just, again, wouldn't necessarily buy this first. So all that is great. The rule change, the sort of big one that minions are spawning kind of consistently, I think it's cool. I think it makes the interplay and like the dealing with minions interesting. It's always been interesting, but you know, instead of it being like in these big lump spawns, like when you destroy portals, it kind of trickling is nice. I also like that you get these unique portals for each of the factions. That's a cool addition, like not something that's drastically needed, but it's fun. So how about the big thing, the campaigns? I'll be honest, it's not my favorite. Like, nothing is wrong with the mechanic. I think the gold management is interesting. I think the fact that they have like little mini bosses on all of these is really cool. And, you know, trying to build your deck is cool, especially if you don't do what I did and just rebuild the existing deck, but do what they suggest and bring in like several decks. You're kind of like more deck constructing as you go. I think all of that is great, but honestly, just, you know, for my personal taste, I like Skytear Horde as a one-off game, and chaining together 4 scenarios, even though they aren't necessarily as long as one full scenario, is taking the game a little bit longer than I prefer to play it. And also some of those earlier scenarios, because your deck is so small, I've sometimes lost very quickly because of just a ton of pillaging, which can be a little bit frustrating if like things just don't go your way. But I think I'm going to be the outlier here. I think most people really enjoy the campaign mode. And the thing is, I still very much recommend the campaign expansion because you get a ton of new decks and awesome stuff. And you can even use these outsider like kind of mini bosses that are on the back of these scenarios as outsiders. You just use 2 of them instead of 1. So it's not even like these components are wasted if you don't play the campaign mode. But yeah, I like the rules changes. I like the new decks. I think all of that is awesome. I personally don't really want to play the campaign mode. Like, this is probably the last time I'm going to do it now that y'all have seen it, but I think you can still use the components for it. So Skytear Horde continues to be awesome. This one is not 100% of a slam dunk for me, but it mostly is. I would still say probably Monoliths is my first suggestion for what to buy, then campaigns, and then the original set if you're going to buy into stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks especially for our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Miles, Wayne Scott, and Steve Wren. We'll see you at the next stop.